Hey everybody, Mike here. As you probably heard, this past week has been tough for us. What happened affected our friends as well as the IGN community, and I wanted to address that on this week's episode. Just know that we are still working hard on this. We're still thinking about this every day, and we are ensuring that we're working with management and the rest of the departments to make sure that this doesn't happen again. With that said, I was iffy about putting up an episode this week, but I think now more than ever, I think this is good for you, the fans. But also, I hope that it uplifts your spirits, with everything happening. So, with that said, Meghan will be on this week's episode talking about Fire Emblem Warriors, because she didn't get a chance to talk about it on NVC. And there'll be more behind the scenes, of course. So I hope you enjoy this week's episode. Just know that we owe you guys that to be better, and we will do our best to be better. And we're hard at work at doing that. So thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of the episode.
What's up? I'm Meghan Sullivan. I'm one of the editors here at IGN.com. By day, I am a mild-mannered database editor, so I'm a content curator of sorts, but by night I also review a lot of JRPGs, RPGs in general, and some Borderlands while I'm at it. At any rate, I'm here today to answer your follow-up questions to my Fire Emblem Warriors review, so here we go. Let's see, how many characters can you pick? So there are about 24 characters in the game, not counting future DLC characters that are coming. Most of them are from Fire Emblem Awakening and Fire Emblem Fates. But don't worry, old school fans, there are some classic characters like Marth and Lyn from older games that also make an appearance. Are there support characters in the game? Yes, and there are actually two different kinds of support. So there's a kind of support like NPCs that you can order on the battlefield, and there's also the parrot mechanic that was brought over from the Fire Emblem series. So what's really cool about that is if you have a character who's being controlled by the AI and they're fighting nearby, you can pair up with them and they'll act as your support. So you'll be the vanguard, you'll be attacking and hacking and slashing, and then if your parrot ranking is high enough, this person will start automatically blocking certain attacks. They'll team up with you to do special attacks that hit a lot harder. Pairing up with people boosts your stats, which is really cool. It's just like in the Fire Emblem series. So yes, there's definitely some good support. There's quite a bit of replay value in the game. So once you beat the game, you unlock new weapons, armor, items. New maps appear in History mode, which is a separate set of maps from Story mode. History map modes are from previous Fire Emblem games, and they include enemies and allies from those past games, which is really cool. And basically, you just unlock a ton of additional content, and you can go back and play story maps as well in free mode. So if you missed any valuable items, or you want to get an S rank and get that master seal, which unlocks a character's full potential in the battlefield, it's worth going back and playing these modes over and over again. So definitely a lot of replay value. Yes, there's actually quite a few, which is really cool. So for example, the weapons triangle carries over, pair-up system carries over. You can get master seals to unlock people's full potential on the battlefield. There is permadeath, sort of. So if you play in classic mode, you can lose characters off the battlefield. Excuse me, you can lose them on the battlefield, but you can revive them off the battlefield technically by going to a temple that's in your ally camp. There's also support conversations, which is really fun. There's no marriage or children, which is totally okay, but there are some really cute moments between characters off the battlefield where they, encourage each other or have a funny conversation about what they're eating or what they're doing. So it has that classic Fire Emblem charm that comes with the Fire Emblem series as well. Wow, what is my favorite thing? I think my favorite thing is that mix of like fast-paced action and just having to think strategically on the fly. So, I'm hacking, I'm slashing, I'm having a good time, and then all of a sudden, my allied forward is about to fall to the enemy, and I've got to quickly rearrange my troops and scramble them, act as a real field marshal and be like, all right, you guys go over there and take out those enemies, you guys go over there and defend that fort. And just having to think on the fly while I'm hacking and slashing, I'm having to think while I'm having fun, just sort of brainlessly, swiping at enemies with my sword. I love that combination. It's extremely entertaining. It's always exciting. And I never got bored of it in the dozens of hours that I played of the game. So that's definitely my favorite thing. So would I recommend Fire Emblem Warriors to somebody who hasn't played a Fire Emblem game? Absolutely. The action is still fun, the strategy is still fun, the story and understanding sort of the characters and their past is incidental. You won't be totally lost if you play the game. It's just more enjoyable if you're a fan because there's lots of fan service, but don't let that discourage you. I absolutely think that this game is worth your time, especially if you're a Dynasty Warriors fan or a Fire Emblem series fan. I think combining them both has worked really well. The mechanics blend together really well, and it's absolutely worth your time. So yes, go get it, go get it. That's it for me, guys. Do you have any more questions? Make sure to let me know in the comment section below. And with that said, please enjoy the rest of the video. Bye.
What's up?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Pretty good.
So this is what it feels like to sit on this.
This is it. This is the...
You've been on NVC before, haven't you not?
Oh, not in this room.
Oh, okay.
Back in the podcast room. I miss those days.
Yeah,
Podcast room?
Yeah.
we gotta have you on the show again.
On the show?
Yeah,
Oh,
this
man.
room.
I don't know for what, though.
I don't know. What's
Are you not playing the Pokemons?
I mean, not the new one. Ultra Moon. Yeah. I was iffy about it. Team Rocket almost, Rainbow Team Rocket almost got me in there again.
Yeah.
I was like, nah.
What about Mondo?
Still need to finish
Mondo's
it.
playing that, right?
I think I asked him the other day, and I think he is going to jump back into
He's all
it.
about that Pokemon life.
He is, yeah.
And Philip, who else is on the show today?
we've got
Zach should be on there, and Pear and Brian for the first part, right?
yeah, and then the second part we have Miranda and Casey coming in.
Oh, so we're swapping.
Oh,
Yes.
it's a two-parter.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's gonna
Yeah.
be it's gonna be a fun one. We're doing a big Pokemon thing in anticipation for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, which is coming out this Friday.
This Friday, yeah.
I don't have an awful lot of B-roll of that yet because they're still finishing the review, and we don't have the first 15 minutes up yet.
Okay.
So I will tell whoever's cutting NVC if we get that, we can just throw
I mean, is it not the same?
what?
The first 15?
Oh, the Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon?
Yeah. Is
I
it?
don't think so. I think it's
There's some minor things that
Yeah.
that change.
yeah.
a
We
little
don't
bit.
want to just show Sun and Moon and be like, yeah, it's something with this game.
Or Casey was telling me about some really cool stuff that
Oh, really?
is very spoilery. So
Oh.
we won't be talking about it here
Oh.
on the podcast, but there is definitely a lot to look forward to.
Okay.
In Sun and Moon, if you're like a hardcore Pokemon fan, I would
Well,
say.
that's cool.
Yeah, I'm personally sitting and waiting for the Switch Pokemon version to come out.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
think
kind of
a lot
another reason why I
people
got
are-
the Switch, too. It's like,
Yeah.
so does that mean 3DS is done and over with?
I love my 3DS.
I don't think so, honestly.
Yeah. Wait, did you say hopefully? Well,
It's been dead for years.
whoa, hey.
No.
Well, I think the
Metroid, come on.
I think the Vita agrees with that.
isn't that on Switch? That's the real question.
It will be on Switch.
Yeah, because 3DS is not dead.
Should be.
Oh my god.
We got the usual crew.
Boys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bit of a
Boys.
conundrum. Zach Ryan went homesick.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so are we able to pull one of the girls on then?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, who was the other two?
Miranda?
Miranda.
So I wonder if she'll want to.
I'll add.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Miranda's
I can talk to
is
her.
coming on to talk about.
Oh,
both-
let me
I can
go.
talk to
Wanna talk about
Miranda or.
Casey. Casey's the main guest for the Pokemon segment. Miranda's just kind of helping us.
What are the games that we'd talk about before then?
We're talking about mostly we added Rhyme because Brian has a lot to say about Rhyme.
I grabbed the first 19 minutes of that, so.
Good.
So we have one.
Skyrim, a little bit
So
of
we have
Rocket
to talk
League,
about that.
and so
Oh.
we might.
But he's out,
Maybe
so...
not Battleship.
Yeah, we could scratch that.
Did Miranda play it?
You
Somebody
know, actually, Miranda's played it a lot. I've played a little bit of it.
I'll see if she can do
Brian's
it.
played a little bit of it. Yes, see her. Ask her first.
Yeah, you just want to watch out that you don't get somebody who hasn't played any of the games and then goes like,
Yeah.
sounds good.
No, Miranda likes
Yeah.
Battle Chef. She has a lot to say about it.
Great.
So.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I remember somebody saying it. I wasn't sure if it was Chloe or Miranda. But that game is wacky.
Yeah. Have you played it yet?
No, but I saw Zach's tweet about it. He looked really excited about the game.
It's a lot of fun. It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's, I mean, surprising. So when I saw the trailer, I was like, I don't know if I like this art, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a big fan of hand-drawn stuff, but it just, something looked off about it when I saw it. I think in the Direct is when it was shown, right? Or
Yeah,
While back?
it was first shown, I think, during like the Nindies thing.
Oh, okay.
your dad
I
is
totally missed that.
your remote. And then,
Throw these.
but then you play it, and like it's not just charming, like the storytelling of it. It's like the whole like connection of go get your ingredients and then really kind of think about what ingredients you need, and the kind of like the match 3 puzzle stuff. The combination is so
Match-3
weird,
puzzle.
and then you go, oh wait, it's an RPG too. You know,
Wait, what?
It's
So
you gotta
there's
you gotta
a bunch of
watch this.
mechanics. Okay,
yeah, it's
okay.
a really cool game. It's,
Oh, wow.
it's
Okay.
pretty awesome. How are you doing? How's everything in
tired,
in
but like,
Land?
I'm taking off tomorrow, so going to Tahoe for
Oh
a
man,
trip.
what do you guys do in Tahoe?
Well,
Chill.
it is
Is there
snowing
snow?
up there
Is there
now.
snow?
There is snow, yeah.
See, it's not that far from where I live. It's not as daunting as coming from San Francisco.
sure.
But, we shave off an hour.
Yeah, which is a
But,
good amount.
Yeah,
But,
we
yeah,
rented
I'm-
a cabin one
Oh, did you?
year, and it was amazing, so beautiful.
Yeah, I prefer Tahoe in the summer.
So we usually go in the summer too.
Yeah.
Last time we went in the winter.
yeah.
You haven't been, right?
No, not to
it's
Tahoe.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to go.
And it's not too far.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, when does Battleship come out? Or is it out already?
I don't know. See, ever since Philip took over, I'm like, I don't know.
I don't have to worry about this anymore.
Today's date?
Officially gave the show.
Oh, I forgot to wear pants again.
Officially hand the show off to Philip.
Yeah. Last week he took over.
He hosted it.
Yeah, and I was like, you know, are you sure you're ready? You want to do it? He's like, yeah. Go, no, it's awesome.
Good. That's great.
Yep, you did really well. I like it.
Yeah, people were saying that he looked very obviously nervous in the
Well,
hosting
can you
last.
imagine?
Yeah.
It's- yeah, and then I had Julian on, and
Oh, that's true. We did have a special guest. Yeah.
Who was on?
You have
Factor
President of Factor 5,
5?
Rogue
Yeah.
Squadron. So,
So it's just like,
A
ooh.
little intimidating, I guess.
Yeah.
and I've known Julian for 15 years or something. So
Oh, cool.
It's
So you're just like, whatever. This guy's whatever.
yeah, it's just another
Yeah,
German
just
guy.
another
Ooh, should I get the Champions Amiibo?
Yes.
I'm gonna go get the Champions Amiibo.
Yes, please do. And then when you're done, I want to scan them all.
Do you want? to come along see
Oh,
the Champions
sure, yeah.
Amiibo?
I saw you posted about that. Those came out what, like last week?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your Breath of the Wild section,
Oh.
I see.
Hey, Mike, I didn't see you there. Yeah, these are the new guys. Ooh, honestly, I think this may be the best Amiibo yet. Just so cool.
He does look.
The detail is great. This one, I don't like the white kickstands.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bummer.
This is not painted, right?
Well, yeah, it's
kinda
not the
see-through.
yellow like the old,
Yeah.
the old Link one. And then, oops, I grabbed the wrong one. Wait,
Oh.
here, there she is. Yeah,
Where was
oh,
it?
Zoa
Focus.
Princess.
There we go. I still need to
So,
play
yeah.
that game.
Huh?
Still need to play.
That's insane, man.
It's in the library. I'll borrow it. So are they all in one bundled set, or?
I bought the. No,
they're separate.
They're separate.
Oh, they are separate.
I'm sure they'll be. This is the best Amiibo on the market, isn't it? I agree. I love that chunky boy. This is a good one. His weapon is awesome too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, there we go.
And the little glimmer in his eyes.
Yeah, he looks genuinely like. And everybody gets a pea stick.
Oh, yeah, he
get
does. He gets a
one.
little tiny one.
Yeah. This
Everybody has a pea stick.
Okay.
that's not good for anyone. That's not comfortable. But you can see in her face that she was like, well, maybe.
You know what? They could have played it off as a gust of wind too, because the it
would've looked like a fart.
in the wind. It would look like a fart. You're right. Fine.
How long have you had those?
Well, since they came out. Damn it. What?
Because we were doing holiday gift guide, and like we were gonna put the Super Mario bundle as part of the gift guide, but we didn't have the red Joy-Cons.
I ordered them from Japan. I didn't have the bundle either. But the answer to the question, does anybody have this color Joy-Con, is always yes. I always have.
You're gonna. Oh, wait, you've always had that
He will
color?
always
No,
have.
I
But
buy
if
all
they're-
the Joy-Con
oh,
colors. So if that's
got
ever
it.
a question that you hear, you have my cell phone.
How many sets do you have now? Of
What do we've got blue and what was the original? Was blue and red, right?
yes.
Like pinkish, like blue and red, and then reverse red and blue. Then I have the Splatoon set, the yellow, and then the reds, and then the modded atomic purple. I think that's it, right?
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah,
what I
the
did.
Splatoon one has the green in it. So
That's
You
a good
didn't
amount of
find
Joy-Con.
anybody?
No, I did. Jonathan, he's coming. He's coming out of the bathroom.
Jonathan.
Yeah. He has played lots of Battle Chef Brigade.
Nice.
He's also a Pokemon fan, so we're going to be covered for this.
Can we talk about Battle Chef Brigade?
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about it. We just can't, like, score it or
Can't
anything
review
like
it.
that. Yeah.
I give that news a 10 out of 10.
Are you a Pokemon fan in general, though?
I
Lapsed, right? You enjoyed the games a lot, didn't you?
here and there,
Original?
like a little bit. I'm not. I don't have any problem with them. It's not one of those things where I'm just like I detest them or anything like that. I think they're wonderful. It just doesn't do it every year. Every year I try, it just doesn't connect.
I loved the original, the first decade of Pokemon.
Yeah.
I bought every game, 2 versions, and went crazy and tried to literally, collect them all. And then I just ran into the time issue where it's such a time-consuming game, and I feel like the reason why I'm not getting into this one is like this is now my go-to carry along,
Yeah.
especially now that Picross is on this thing too. That's it. There's not a lot why I need the 3DS for it.
Aren't you done with Picross?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like
Do you
3DS
play-
used to be the machine for Picross and random little puzzle games still. Box Boy, and there isn't one right now. So.
It's weird because I enjoy Pokemon like through the filter of Smash Brothers or like the weird like sticker thing when they show up in like 3DS themes, like when they Pokemon infiltrate everything Nintendo, right?
Right.
I bought a bunch of Pokemon Amiibo, but when it comes down to like sit there and play the game every single year, like every other year I give it a shot, and then it just doesn't really click, and the TVs are shutting off.
Why did that happen just now?
I don't know.
Is that a poltergeist
You
thing?
sitting on the remote again?
Yeah.
Again? Hey, there he is.
Hello.
Hey.
Well, hello, Jonathan.
Why, hello
Welcome
there.
back. We're glad to have you.
Happy to be
Hey, Jonathan.
How's it going, bro?
Appreciate the last minute adjustment. there.
Anytime.
Thank you.
I like your Spider-Man shirt. That's
Thank
pretty
you.
cool.
They're not selling them yet, so I made it.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, this is the Insomniac Spider-Man shirt.
Oh,
so I,
from
like,
the. Oh, wow.
had Josh make like a PNG of the Spidey logo.
Oh, that's so cool,
'cause
man.
I
Yeah, that's
wanted
really
it.
nice.
Yeah.
I like
You
that.
can buy them for $49.99. That's illegal.
See, I always like T-shirts that don't spell out what it is. Too,
Yeah.
Right. Like, I mean, you can't really get around a Rockstar shirt that says Rockstar Games, but
Yeah, I like this logo.
but that's
I
cool.
think
way
that's a
better
good
than
one.
their
I like that
ones.
one, yeah.
It looks like weirdly vintage.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the like Zelda license gear always says the Legend of
Yeah.
Zelda and everything. It's like no, you were cool with just the Triforce.
Yeah,
or
give me a
just,
cool
like,
symbol
Yeah.
way
I
over any text.
get really annoyed with art prints too that are like super gorgeous and minimal, and then just in the front of it it'll be like Blade Runner. Yeah, you didn't need to tell me that. I knew
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It doesn't say the Mona Lisa on the Mona Lisa. It just says it's their title card on it.
She's smiling.
Yeah.
Or is she?
Or
Is she?
It's cut off.
Can we talk about Skyrim?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
What's the embargo on that?
It's up.
This morning at 3 a.m.
Oh,
Correct
yeah.
answer was 2005.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a joke too.
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
You make those, Brian?
I'm terrible at them.
Are you going to play the Switch version?
I don't know. Are you?
I'm so torn.
Me too.
That's what I hear from a lot of people. Just
I was talking about this with Max Scoville, who we should have on soon because he's a huge Skyrim guy, obviously Star Wars too. But
Yeah.
he said he's played through like the first 3 hours of that game like 15 times, and it's so slow and tedious, and there's no way to just be like
The sitting on the cart and waiting.
Yeah, there's no like just give me the world.
So I've never played beyond those 3 hours.
What?
Like, I've never gotten Skyrim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then it's
So-
totally worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this is probably the way to go, just because I can play it on
Well,
the train. I can play it like
The
wherever.
way to go is to play it on a PC. but
Yes. Yeah.
Mm.
But no, I'm tempted. It's just like I bought the Xbox One X, so I have sitting there now all the 4K games. Like I've got Shadow Mordor, Call of Duty, Forza, Assassin's Creed. They're all sitting there, and each one of them is 10-hour to 80-hour.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's real tough right now.
So
Well, how much is a Skyrim on Switch?
$60.
full
Wow.
price.
Yeah.
Which,
Okay.
I mean, I think that's one of the issues, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a question later in the show about all that. Honestly, with the Doom, LA Noire, and Skyrim
Yeah.
thing, $60, $60. I think it changes the conversation entirely.
Yeah,
if those
but
things were $40 each, I would have bought all three.
And
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd play LA Noir
But it's-
for $30 again, but
Yeah.
50, 60, not
Yeah.
right now.
Right.
You
Yeah. Very nice.
Do you have an
Yeah.
extra?
Well, this is supposed to be a monitor, and you're supposed to put your notes on that.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah.
that's why.
Did we
it's
ever
translucent.
use that?
No, but I think it'd
I
be
really
so
love the idea
awesome.
of that, yeah.
Because then you don't have all these papers,
Yeah.
and they can send you a message saying, "Dumbass, don't pick your nose."
I only do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be very convenient.
Hey, what's going on? I am so happy that I got to bring my toys into the studio again because, as you guys know,
Extra
there's
close up of these.
nothing creepy about a 46-year-old with lots of little dolls. This guy is the.
true.
Oh.
So I look forward to that.
Yeah, he gave me that look. I also brought my my second favorite set of Amiibo in, the darker
Joy-Con.
Mario Odyssey. These are called Amiibo.
Ah.
We attach them to the Switch. These are called Joy-Con.
I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got that
Not
straight.
very
now,
good.
finally.
Hey there again. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to NVC at youtube.com/Nintendo Voice Chat. If you want to catch up with the vlog, make sure to click up here. If you want to catch up with the podcast, make sure to click down here. Now, if you never want to miss an episode, click on the bell that looks just like that right below the video. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.